Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to New Frontier here in Farming Sim 25. Got it right this time. This is of course the Forestry edition of New Frontier. And yet we are doing field work. This is our third tractor that we bought, but because, you know, we have expanded this, we cut down, what was it, like 5 or 6 trees. And those are being processed at the moment. We limed this field, we got it fertilized, and we got rocks picked out of it. So we have a couple different factories, you know, machines running right now, making lime, making concrete bags, things like that. So we're currently sitting around $28,000, $29,000 in our bank account at the moment. We've had to take out a couple different loans that hopefully we'll be able to get paid off sooner rather than later. So you may be wondering, this is a pretty big field for a tractor of this size and a planter of this size, but I kind of wanted to go that route. I mean, yes, I do have 2 other tractors. Okay, we do have that lowered. This one is a mechanical seeder, so it doesn't run off of a PTO or electrical. It's only connected to our 3-point hitch, and it runs off the wheels spinning, as you see that chain there, connected to that left axle. And that's how this functions, and I just kind of like it. I like the idea of it, I like the way it runs. So that's kind of what we got going on here. Yes, I do have my GPS, but think of it as a phone, you know, just sitting there on the dash. So that's kind of the way I'm running with it. Because yes, it might be an old school tractor, but it doesn't mean we can't do new school things with it. And we were trying to do like every third run on this, basically. I think what I'm going to do though is get both of these runs right here, because I ended up being able to afford this. Well, we bought this and then it finally came in, and I was out here in the field running this particular planter with my bigger case tractor. I still have my Fendt that we started with, but we've kind of gone the route of trying to get things ready so that we can actually take care of our fields instead of focusing directly on forestry at the moment anyway. And the reason for that is I can't really... Oh, we still have 2. So never mind, we'll be on our way back and get that. Because I was talking about getting both the rows there, but all of these should have 2 rows. And we still have our border. So we have expanded this field just a little bit anyway. Let's see here. As soon as we get done doing its save. So you can kind of see in the background where field 2 was at, and then field 1, and then what I've expanded it to. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an idea. And when I actually went ahead and did my application of fertilizer, it kind of ended up being a double crop or double application of fertilizer because of, you know, us plowing the grass into the ground. So yeah, I am still looking at getting a few other pieces of equipment to run with this tractor anyway. The reason for that is because I'm trying things a little bit differently. I'm trying not to go the route of just having big equipment only. That's kind of why I wanted to do this particular map. Well, any of these open world style maps, that is, where you kind of have to make your own farm, build your own farm type of deal. It's not just a map that's pre-done with everything in mind for you. But yeah, just kind of trying something different. Yeah, our little farmyard is not exactly a farmyard. It's a little clustered, a little claustrophobic in my opinion, and right now everything's a mess. But we have adjusted the ground levels in a few spots, like I mentioned in the last video. Is it just me, or are there trees floating back there? Might have just been me. I mean, that is the edge of the map right there, so that wouldn't surprise me. But I do hope everyone is having a fantastic weekend. And or week, depending on when you're watching this. And I also want to say that I hope you all have had a very Merry Christmas week. And our next focus is the new year. You know, new year, new me? Yeah, we'll see. Might be new year, same me. To an extent. We will see. I do hope, though, that you guys will continue to watch my content. If you have any suggestions for what you want to see me do, just let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, I just like the idea of being able to have an open cabin tractor like this, at least in the spring and summer months, and not even, you know, same with fall, even. You know, being able to just be out here in the fields doing the work. To be fair, though, if I was an actual farmer, yes, I would like this to an extent, but probably about a field half this size. Just because of the size of the equipment that the tractor can pull, I would not want to be in the tractor for that long, bouncing around, exposed to the elements and whatnot. I like my AC very much. I am a bigger guy right now, working on it. And yeah, I really don't do the greatest when it comes to heat and humidity, like probably most of you. But so yeah, I take the mountains of Pennsylvania over the shores of Florida any day of the week. Just to give you an idea, I don't mind visiting Florida, but maybe in the winter months. You know, when probably half the country is wanting to go down there. But yeah, we still got a ways to go here. Because like I said, we still have the border to do. We are planting canola, by the way. That looks to be about one of the higher priced crops in the area. So we're gonna have to wait a hot minute once we do this, almost an entire year. Because, where is? So we're planting in September. We won't be able to really harvest probably until next August. Just to give you guys an idea on that. So we're gonna be focusing on doing a lot of trying to purchase land and getting trees harvested. So I'm really hoping that we can get profitable in that area. I think one of the ways that we will try to get money brought in is by not just simply selling the lumber. We're going to process it into what we need to be able to build with. So 2x4s, 2x6s, 1x10s, you know, all those things. We're going to try to get, you know, all of that process from whatever lumber we can. And whatever we don't need to build our buildings, we will take to the store. Same with the concrete. Anything that we do with concrete, whether it's excess lime, concrete bags, what is it, roofing tile, and there's one other thing that I'm having a brain fart on. Let me get turned around, going in the next direction, and I will pull that up and take a look, see what else we are making. Alright. So we have a grain mill, lime factory. Grain mill I don't have active at all because we haven't really done anything. I didn't think about that when... I may need an oil mill instead of the grain mill. Because we should be able to... Granted, I have almost a year. But with canola, we should be able to process canola oil. So this is our lime factory itself. I think we're just going to leave the lime alone in there until we need it. But this is our sawmill, so wood planks along, regular planks, and then wood beams. So again, whatever I don't need, we'll sell. Then our stone mill. So with stone mill, I have lime deactivated. So we're not going to worry about that right now because I kind of want to focus on cement bricks, bags, and roof plates because I don't know what I'm going to actually need for either of these buildings, my home or the garage. I really don't know. So we do have a sawmill up there in the north part of the county that we could be using, but you know, I wanted one a little closer to home, so we have that. Whoops. That I didn't mean to do. So, if you remember with this particular GPS that comes, you know, in the game as I'm trying to wind over. Yeah, there we go. If you notice, the lines that we've actually done are grayed out. There is a row every 3 that is not. That is due to... Okay, we were down. That was when I was had this attached to one of my other tractors before I picked this one up. And unfortunately, it doesn't register that it's already been done. So, I'm just making sure I don't have to hit that again. We might run out of solid fertilizer before we get done here. We will see. We're at 39% solid fert and 89% with the seed. Okay. So yeah, we have not gotten anywhere with either of our buildings. Mainly because I need the wood planks first before I can do anything else. I'm gonna have to back up to get lined up, make sure I get everything. There we go. That'll work. So yeah, using the smaller equipment does take a little bit change in mindset as far as, you know, functioning, because obviously we have a lot more down and backs to work on, up and downs, whatever you want to call them, left to right, side to sides. I've heard so many terms for doing these rows that I just find it funny. But yeah, to be honest, I haven't quite figured out what brand I kind of like in 25. I mean, yeah, I do have quite a few John Deere mods, but I'm slowly working on getting like more case mods, more New Holland, if I can, Kubota. I'm trying not to focus on having any particular brand for any of my farms. Yeah, there may be a time or two where, you know, because the modder firm may have made a store shop be specifically one brand or the other, I might be willing to go that route if I had the mods available and say, yeah, we're gonna try to focus on solely using that particular brand. But that would be about it. Obviously, you guys know that this is one of my favorite tractors, honestly. I mean, it does have 140 horse somewhere, or at least somewhere in there. So for an older tractor, it's got some pull. So should be able to do quite a few things with this. Have a little bit more flexibility. I know some of the older models, older model tractors that I have, they don't quite have the horse. We might be lucky if we can get like a John Deere like this that's like 50 horse. So and of course, you know, going quote inside the cabin, because there isn't one, clearly doesn't make it any quieter. Yeah, I mean, we can look down and see how things are going. But seat doesn't really turn at all. I am happy that this is a newer seat and not like, you know, the old metal style I've seen in some of these style tractors. Metal seats are not the greatest on your butt when you're bouncing around in a field. So I'm very happy that we got this air ride suspension going on. It does help out, make those long days in this tractor a little bit more bearable. Almost went to the wrong one there, because I know I have this last row to do for everything. So as I mentioned in previous videos, this coming week, which is the week of New Year's, I will not be in town, and I am pre-recording my videos for that, as well as probably the ones for the following week, just so when I get back from my vacation I don't have to rush right into video production. But I'm hoping that this 2-week time frame, or week and a half, 2-week time frame, will allow me to get my mind reset a little bit and come back with some newer content. Sometimes doing these farming sim videos, it almost feels like I'm just doing the same content over and over and over, and honestly to an extent we kind of are, because it is farming, it is very repetitive. So I'm going to try to see what I can come up with other RP scenarios. It kind of stinks because, you know, I don't have a community to really do much of that with right now. I haven't really looked in any RP farming sim communities, so there's a few that I think I've seen anyway. I think I would love to join, but I think a lot of them are just private groups. You know, they're friends outside of YouTube to an extent. So don't really just want to go, hey, can I join your group? And they go, who the heck are you? Yeah, I don't think that would go over the greatest with some of those guys or girls. I would definitely love to be able to get into either farming sim community, or I know I mentioned it before, or even GTA. Because I think I'd be fine in a GTA community, you know, as long as it's legit and not, you know, just one of these, oh yeah, you know, we don't care, just do whatever you want, and or ones that are really hard-ass. Because I know there's a few of those out there too. They're very strict by what they allow their members to do or don't do. I mean, there's got to be a happy medium. So that is some of the things that I'm looking into at the moment. I think we might actually be able to make it around the farm, or around this field, with not having to refill our fertilizer. And again, those are famous last words, so I'll try to bite my tongue on that. I know this is just some thrilling content for you guys. Me in an older style Case IH tractor with a very tiny, like 3 meter, I think it is, planter. You know, not a big, massive thing by any means. Let's see if I can hit the right buttons here. I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing. I kind of want to see if I can find a, you know, older style harvester too. Not just a small one, but like a legit older style. I thought I had one, but I think for some reason I don't have a required mod for it somewhere along the line. So that's something I gotta look into, see if what I need to make that work properly. And I know there was one I was looking at that some of the required mods to make it work right. I'm just going, how does that make sense? Why do I need a trailer to make this harvester work? That doesn't... What? You shouldn't have to get a specific trailer that has nothing really to do with the harvester to make it work. I mean, to me that just blows my mind. So I mean, if you guys are a modder and you're doing something like that, try to rethink it. See how you can make it work without needing that. Because I should be able to just download a harvester or tractor or an implement of any kind, and now I get the ones that, you know, some of those trailers that have the auto load, that I get. I'm not upset by that, because that is a separate thing. But to be able to use your trailer and have it function with that, to an extent, you know, if I want it to work with auto load, then yes, I realize I need that auto load mod. But at the same time, I should be able to download and work and have your trailer work in my game without needing that mod, is all I'm really saying. Does it make the experience better when I have it? Yes. Just like I'm sure with this harvester that I'm talking about, I'm sure the experience is better with that particular trailer, but I shouldn't be required to do that. Or be required to download that, I should say. Yeah. I don't know, just me venting a little bit about that. Like I mentioned in most of my videos lately, any mod that you see that I have that you cannot find on the in-game mod hub, I have more than likely gotten it from King Mods. I'm not being sponsored by them by any means. It's just the mod site that I have found that I like the most. With the way it's set up, to be completely honest, it works for me. And to be fair and completely honest with you, I'm pretty certain that some of the mods that I've downloaded, I believe come from like the farming simulator.com website or something like that, because it has a link that takes me to that to get it downloaded. So, but like I try to mention to you guys anytime I bring up mods, if you're downloading mods off the internet, just be careful. Because I know some of the ones that I've dealt with, they'll take me to a separate site that just doesn't seem legit. So close it out of that, and usually when you hit that download button again, it will do what it's supposed to. The more you do it, the more you kind of get an idea, and the more you see how certain sites and links should be working. So if it's starting to ask you about, you know, personal information, don't enter personal information ever, unless you are getting a paid for mod, and you know you're having to pay for the mod. So, just kind of my PSA, personal or public services announcement. Yeah, personal service announcement. Yay, that's not right. Yeah, PSA, public services announcement for you guys. Yeah, I didn't think I'd still be doing this. I mean, to an extent I knew it would take long. I didn't think it would take this long. But we are getting there, slowly but surely. I have 2 more passes, then we get to do the headers. Or, yeah, the end rows, I guess is the correct term. I just love the textures on the ground. Just going from being plowed and then cultivated via rock picker, and now seeded state. You see all the lines that the tires have been in, and it's crazy. And the fact that you can still see a little bit of fog in the headlights, fog and possibly dust, I think might be that. But yeah, when we started out, it was extremely foggy. So just having that in the game without needing required, and without having to use any other mods, I think is awesome. That's base game, baby. Some people I know have made complaints about 25 and that certain things are not working right. To be fair, I haven't had any issues, knock on wood, with anything, so I can't say for certain. It may be the fact that I'm not paying that much attention to certain things, and I'm just enjoying the game for what it is. Let me know what you guys think of the game if you do play it. If there's any issues that you've come across that either you've seen in my videos that I haven't paid attention to. Sorry, I'm stretching my back out. But yeah, there's not much that I get too upset by when it comes to these games, especially with them being as new as they are or were. So all right, let's get to these headlands. We got 5 of them to do, because that gave us the most room for doing our turnarounds. Though I think the 5 are more so for the other tractor, my bigger tractor. So we probably could have gotten away. I think we could have gotten away with 4, but I didn't want to screw up what I had already done. So I just stuck with 5. Thinking here. How I'm gonna do the. I could just do normal round turnarounds. No, I got an idea. We're gonna do one side at a time. All 5 rows. Because why not? It's letting me do it, so why not? So we got rid of the tree that was about right there in the grass. It caused us to miss some of the, what was it, wheat, I think that we had. So with that being said, we got rid of that. Got rid of the stumps for any trees that we had cut down. And we are still working on the... I didn't even look to see if we need to fill up the... Nope, tree's still laying down on the ground over there, so I think we should be fine. I don't care about having access to this. I'm not wanting to plant this anyway. I love the fact that it snags it from that far back. But the fact that it likes to yell at you, oh, you don't have access to this. Okay, whatever. Since you kind of see what I'm doing and how I'm going to finish this field up, I think we'll just go ahead and call the video there, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just select you here and there. If you made it this far in my video, guys, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you all have a fantastic Happy New Year, and we'll catch you in the next episode. So as always, take care. Peace.